Year 10 Trigonometry Exam Practice Question 18. Emily is practicing shooting hockey goals. The hockey goal is 3 meters wide. She stands 5 meters directly in front of one of the posts. Part A is just drawing a picture. So that means on our picture here, we've got our goal here. We know our goal is 3 meters wide. We know that she is standing at a point directly in front of one of the goals. So I'll put it there. So if I join that together, we know she at this point is going to be 5 meters away. Now, next part it says use Pythagoras Theorem to calculate the distance to the other goalpost. So I'm turning it into a triangle, and it's a right angled triangle at this stage. That means that we are using Pythagoras Theorem. So we are going a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. I know my a is 5, so 5 squared plus my b is 3 is equal to c squared. So 5 squared is 25 plus 3 squared is 9 is equal to c squared. 25 plus 9 is 34 is equal to c squared. So if I square root both sides, that gives me the result of c, which is 5.8. So straight away, I know my length here is 5.8. So let's look at c. It says use the cosine rule to find the angle within which she must shoot to score a goal. So we're looking at this angle, but it's wanting us to solve it through using the cosine rule. So the cosine rule is a squared is equal to b squared plus c squared minus 2bc cosine a. So we just need to put our information in. So a is, before I do that, actually, I'm going to label this to help everyone out. So I've made this my a angle, I've made this my b angle, and this is my c angle. So that means this side is our length of c, this side is our length of a, and this is our length of b. Now I've done that, that will help us out. So our a side is 3, so it's 3 squared. Our b side, we already know from what we just did, which is 5.8. So 5.8 squared plus our c, which is 5 squared, minus 2 times our b of 5.8 times our c, which is 5. Cosine a. I'm just going to simplify this slightly. 3 squared is 9. Now if I've got 5.8 squared plus 5 squared, that part I'll simplify straight away to get 58.64. Then it says I've got 2 times 5.8 times 5, which is 58. So I've got take away 58 cosine a. The next step I want to do is try and simplify it so I can get a by itself. So the first thing is taking away 58.64 from both sides. That gives me negative 49.64. And that is equal to negative 58 cosine a. So the next step, we need it to get cosine a by itself, so we would have divided by negative 58. So that would have given us 49.64 over 58. I've kept it in this form, just the negative and negative cancelled out. But I know it equals cosine 8. This is where we need to use the inverse of cosine. So cosine -1 of 49.64 over 58. And that gives us our angle of 8. So my angle, I've rounded up to 31 degrees. So let's look at the next question now. The next question, D, states Emily moves her position so she is 5 meters from each of the goalposts. So that means if I got my goals here, this is my 3 meters, she's now moved so she is directly in the center. And so this is a isosceles triangle, 5 meters and 5 meters. And we want to look at this angle here to determine whether she has a greater chance of scoring a goal from this position. So to work out this angle, I broke it down, because I know it's isosceles, into 2 right-angled triangles, where I know each half of the base is 1.5. Because I had adjacent and I had hypotenuse, I worked on finding this angle here first. So I went cosine alpha is equal to my 1.5 for adjacent over hypotenuse, which is 5. I did the inverse of cosine to get the angle. So cosine -1, 1.5 over 5. That gave me the angle of 72.54. Now, if I know this is a right-angled triangle, a triangle, I start it with 180. I know I've got 2 angles that are 72, round up to 73 degrees. So if I take those 2 away, I'm going to be left with my final angle, which gives me 34 degrees. Because my angle here is bigger, if I'm shooting from the middle, I've got more chance of scoring a goal from this position.